Another week and it all starts again. So as you know, I like to get 10 miles on the board on a Monday. Job done. 7:45 pace, undulating course, just my usual route. Just planning to carry on same as last week, get 50 miles on the board. Legs feel fine after yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, which would have been Saturday's half marathon PB. So legs feeling alright, a teeny bit heavy towards the end, but as you can expect, a bit warmer today. My lips still a bit cold, to be honest, struggling to talk, but it's been replaced with a bit of wind today, but I'll take that over the cold. The only other thing I wanted to give a shout out to is two running YouTube channels that have put challenges out. So if you want to challenge yourself, the two challenges are, one of them's from Dan Runs. He set a challenge on Strava called the 2021 Running Challenge. And what it is to run as far as you can in 20 minutes, 21 seconds, which is a good challenge. All abilities can take part in that. So check out Dan's channel. That's Dan Runs, so running channel, fantastic channel. I will put a link down in the description. And then the other one is Sota Mahara. His challenge was to actually run a 5k in 2021. But you're not allowed to use your watch. So you can use your watch to measure the distance, but you have to do it on perceived pacing, which is a difficult one because we all think that we're running at a pace. We could be running a bit quicker, a bit slower. So please check out his channel, Sota Mahara. Put his down in the description as well. Great channel, does daily vlogs, and I've done a few collaborations with him already. So great guy. So please check out both of their channels, and let's roll on tomorrow. So a slight change of plans today. Forecast this week is pretty much rain, rain, rain. So I thought I'd get a longish run in today, just so I don't have to do it in the rain. So we wasn't 100% sure how I was going to feel. Legs felt a bit heavy towards the end because of the half marathon on Saturday and 10 miles yesterday. So it was just 8 miles today, 7:49 pace. But to be honest, the weather caught me out. It said it was like 8-9 degrees. So I went out obviously just wearing a t-shirt. Of course I was wearing shorts, and my stomach was just really numb from the cold breeze. So I should have worn long sleeve top under there, but hey ho, is what it is. I've got looking after a dog today, so I'll probably jog the dog back rather than driving just down the road and back, so that'll be another couple of miles. So that'll put me on for 20 today. Try and do 5 tomorrow, and then that'll put me on for 25 for midway through the week, which just gets me in good stead for another 50-mile week. So today's run, just about maintaining my momentum for the week, not overdoing it, because yesterday obviously 10 and 10, which if I run a 10 today, then I'd just be overtraining. And so it was 5.6 miles, easy to gentle pace, 7:54 pace, keeping the heart rate pretty much below 130, considering my math tone is 135, so we could class it as a gentle run. Also a video dropped today on intensity. If you haven't watched it, I will put it at the end of this video. Just wanted to kind of add a bit to it. Obviously intensity, I've broken it down into numbers, so if you want an easy run, class is 1 point, blah blah blah. The only variant on there is obviously the fitter you become. So the fitter you become, the longer each of your runs are. So if you were starting out running, a short run might be classed as 1 mile, but obviously the fitter you become, you might class a short run as 6 miles. So if you haven't watched that video, watch that. Obviously take that into consideration when you're working out the numbers, and I hope it makes sense, because I think intensity and overtraining is important, and that's why I do go with the 80-20, or even sometimes 90-10, or even 100% easy. My pace could be perceived as easy to medium, but I listen to my body. Touch wood, it's been a year now injury free, and this training seems to work for me. So if you haven't tried it, try it. But let's roll on tomorrow. Today was one of them days, just horrible, cold, wet, miserable, and you kind of think to yourself, why do I bother running? But this is what rain max are for. But these are the days that make the difference. Consistency is the key. If you don't go out when it's cold and it's wet and it's raining, in winter you're never going to go out. It's an important time of the year, winter, to build your base, make you stronger for next year. So today was 9 miles, 8:06 pace, just keeping the intensity low, so average heart rate 127. So kind of put that into perspective, my Maffetone heart rate is 134. So just a gentle, low intensity run, just to kind of counteract last week's obviously half marathon, the 50-mile week. Because on the intensity points, which I mentioned in the video, you know, I'm carrying over points now into this week. So if I want to maintain the 50 miles, then this week, you know, yes, I can do it, but it's a fine line. So the only way to do it is to lower the intensity. So if I carry on going the way I'm doing, you know, it's a knock-on effect to the next weeks. It means I'm higher in the risk of injury, overtraining, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I said that, but it seems to come in my head. So hopefully it's not going to be like this tomorrow, but I think it is. So I've got 2 more days of running to make up for the 50 for the week. So it'll be a slightly shorter one tomorrow, and then a slightly longer one on the Saturday to finish off. So let's roll on tomorrow. So I learnt my lesson from yesterday and wrapped up warm. I mean, it's not raining today, but still cold. So put 3 layers on and seems to do the trick. Just kept it low intensity, as I said before, but switched up a bit today because forecast 100% rain tomorrow. So I'd rather put some extra miles in today and less tomorrow. So today was kind of planning kind of 8 miles at kind of a lower intensity. So I got running and just decided to run on heart rate. So didn't use the actual pacing on my watch. I just kept on heart rate. It was undulating, so it went up and down a little bit, and just ended up running 12 miles today at 8:01 pace, which was about nice and relaxed. Average heart rate of 130. Most of it was kind of ticking around the kind of 126 to 128, but on the undulating bits, obviously it picked up. And I did notice that when I saw 2 other runners, my ego set in, and I kind of creeped up the pace without even realising, and was running kind of, I think, 10 to 15 seconds a mile. So I need to try and curb that, but I suppose that's just what happens, isn't it? Left the run a bit later today, so hopefully the light's okay. So consistency is the key. So this week, another 50-mile week. Really pleased with how the year's gone so far. That's 3 50-mile weeks in a row, and pleased that I kept the intensity low and kind of kept it to plan, especially, you know, towards the end of this week, because obviously the intensity points rolled over into this week. You know, if I would have overtrained, then you run the risk of injury. So today was 5.66 miles, and we averaged 7:53 pace. Heart rate was around about 130, I think, without looking at my watch. So really low intensity, and it just means that I can kind of go into next week, you know, fresh, and not carrying any intensity over to the following week. What else can I tell you? Channel news. As you may or not know from Ben Notley and Dan Runs, our Oddballs charity event, or charity run, for the Oddballs Foundation, we had to postpone. It's supposed to go ahead on the 20th of February, but COVID restrictions in the UK means that 3 of us can't do it together. So just going to postpone that and do that obviously when we can. A big thank you to my channel supporters on the channel membership and Patreon. We'll put the links over here or here. I don't know which side that's going to go. And 3 of them are YouTubers. So I'll put their links down in the description, so support them if you can. And how's your week gone? Let me know in the comments what you're planning to do next week. And as for always, onwards and upwards. Cheers.